Basically, I met Mo through practice, the first band practice that we had of Greasy Steve and the Bungalow Boys, and essentially Mo and I were the only two ones that kind of took it as seriously as we did, and it kind of turned into what it is now, I guess, through recruitment of like really talented musicians throughout the months that we kind of played together. Cam and Joseph were added like a week before our first like real band performance, and then Hammy was added next after we had to replace our singer who quit, and then you were added because I got sick one night. Worked out, so.
So I was like 10 years old. It was Christmas, and I really wanted. I think that night I like prayed to Santa Claus. Was like, I really want a bicycle, and then I woke up the next morning and then no bicycle. So I started crying at Christmas. My dad was like, "You're a but here's my bass guitar. I don't know." So my dad was like, I'm sorry you didn't get your bike. You can have my bass guitar. I was like, this is really stupid. And like 3 days later, I started playing it. I was really, really bad at it. And then somehow that turned into like playing saxophone in middle school. And I fell in love with jazz. And I really only did band so that I could like steal other people's instruments during like concert band and like go learn how to play like their clarinet or whatever in the back room while the band teacher wasn't paying attention. And my brother handed me a banjo, and now I'm here. I'm still not good at anything. I think it's a pretty mutual thing. So one member of the band will have an idea, we'll bring it to another member of the band, start, pulling it more together, and then we work off each other to create what it is.
Yeah, I'd say EP1 especially, usually it starts with like a guitar riff or a piano riff, or like a riff off or something, or yeah, that too, or like a chord progression. It's really not as hard as people make it out to be, I'd say. It's just, a lot of it requires time and, talking together and learning, I guess.
And money to put it together.
Yeah, that too, money for sure. So I'd say a lot of it is definitely mutual, but it is a lot of it stems from one person, and then it becomes like a group thing. So, yeah.
I guess after last academic year, we were planning on like staying in my house in Georgia and like basically making a name for ourselves in Georgia and playing at that bar scene and recording. And when COVID happened, it really just stopped us in our tracks, I guess. But like this year, it's gotten better. We're kind of getting back to the point of playing. Like our goal was to play like 2 to 3 times a week. So like that's kind of getting back to like how we're doing it. And for recording aspects, like we just released an EP, which is really good, and already planning like on recording the second. So like I feel like we've gotten back on track.
Druid City Social.
Yeah.
Druid City Social.
Right. Underrated venue for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So normally I just send text messages to the social chairs or whoever I have connections with at fraternities, and I'm like, next time y'all have any kind of event, just text me and I'll see about getting Bungalow Boys over there to play. Or if it's like a bar, they were about to play in Stagecoach in Atlanta on the 20th, I think. And I DM'd them, and they responded because one of their gigs they had booked prior, they canceled, so we were gonna go play for them, but we didn't. That's another story. But so they reached back out, and we're gonna go play there on the 20th. So it really just depends on what gig it is.
The immediate answer to that is to do this full time by 5 years. I won't go into details about everyone's plans for the future, but because we all have different ones, and we're all still college kids, and we have fallbacks and whatnot. But we really, really, really hope that within those 5 years, there's an album that's officially released and recorded by a studio and record label. we hope that we're able to go on tour and that the COVID-19 issue kind of chills out so that we're able to do so. We're hoping that we basically just don't have to live in Tuscaloosa anymore, I guess, as a band. Yeah, just gain experience and be able to do this as a career.